Starting in 2024, films will be required to meet new inclusion standards to be eligible for the Academy Awards for Best Picture. They'll have to have a certain percentage of actors or crew from underrepresented racial and ethnic groups. What do you think of these new inclusion standards for films?
They make me vomit.
The Academy Awards are implementing new diversity requirements if you want your film to be eligible for winning Best Motion Picture. And Richard Dreyfuss is having none of it.
Why?
Because this is an art form. It's also a form of commerce, and it makes money, but it's an art. And no one should be telling me as an artist that I have to give in to the latest, most current idea of what morality is.
Now, before I get into what these new Academy Award diversity requirements are, I need to remind you that Richard Dreyfuss is the man who, to this day, commends Laurence Olivier for his performance in 1965 as Othello in blackface for the entire performance. And that's kind of the basis for his argument against these regulations today, is that anyone should be able to play anyone at any time, and it shouldn't matter, and that it's childish to say that we can't. To which I say, it's really not that hard to just cast a black person. We're not in short supply. There are plenty of black people in America. I mean, if you just look around, there's at least, 10 probably, I'd say. Now, these regulations are only placed by the Academy Awards for eligibility to win Best Picture, not required to make a movie in general. You can make any movie you want. This is just required to win Best Picture. And let's get into the requirements because they're really not that hard. So there are 4 sets of requirements. You must meet 2, any 2 of the 4 set requirements that they have laid out. So the first requirement, you must meet 1 of the following criteria. 1 lead or significant supporting actor from an underrepresented ethnic group, or 30% of the ensemble must be from an underrepresented group. That includes women, people of color, LGBTQ plus community people, anyone who's disabled, or the storyline or theme must focus on the aforementioned underrepresented groups. The second requirement deals with people behind the scenes, the crew, the department heads. 30% of the crew must be from underrepresented groups, or 6 key roles must be from underrepresented groups, or 2 department heads must be from underrepresented groups. And then I think it gets easier as you go, because the third requirement is you either need a number of ongoing paid apprenticeships for underrepresented people, or training opportunities for the development of skills in the crew for underrepresented people. And the final requirement, again, you only have to pick 2 out of all 4 of these, is that multiple in-house senior executives must be from underrepresented groups. So say you have a lead actor, or even you have a supporting actor who's Asian American, and you have 30% of your crew from underrepresented groups. Done. That's it. You're done. It's really that easy. These requirements are so wide-reaching and loose. It feels more difficult to avoid meeting these requirements, if I'm being honest. Also, it's not like there weren't eligibility criteria before. There's a whole list that the Academy Awards puts out of requirements you must meet in order to be eligible for awards in their show. It has to be filmed on a certain camera. The sound has to be packaged a certain way. You must make so much money for your film. It has to be in theaters every single day for so long. There are actually quite a few requirements that are all a lot harder than these diversity requirements. But Richard Dreyfuss isn't upset that he can't film on an iPhone for the art of it. I don't see him making a stink about those requirements. Just the diversity ones he seems to be upset about. All I'm saying is it's really not that hard to meet these requirements. And art imitates life. Art reflects life. And you have to acknowledge that we have certain systems in place that keep certain groups of people at a disadvantage. And art, good art, reflects that and does something about that. Thank you so much for watching. If you got something out of this video, please hit the like button. It tells YouTube to share this video with other people. Consider subscribing to The Breakdown if you haven't already for more content like this. And I will see you in the next video. Thank you.